In today's video, the 3 habits you need to change if you want to go from looking pretty good to insane. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from physique.com in sunny, beautiful Florida. Thank goodness for Florida. Man, it's been so nice the last few months. The weather here and the freedom to move about. So, today's video I want to discuss exactly what it means to reach that place, that physique that you've been after, and why you've been able to do it. And today's question comes from my Instagram direct message, which I'll put on the screen right here. And if you'd like to send me a question, go to my Instagram direct message and send it. And if you like this type of information where a coach, an expert on physiques, answers your questions, well, hit subscribe. That's what I love to do here. Help me, Paul. I'm trying hard to get the body I want. I've made a lot of progress, but I'm struggling to lose the last 15 pounds of fat. My journey started a year ago with just going to the gym, but not changing my diet. Finally, in November of 2020, I started trying to get in a caloric deficit by eating healthy. I'm not seeing noticeable changes. It's become much harder to gain muscle and lose fat. I'm killing myself in the gym. I love it though. And my routine is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm doing upper body. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, I'm doing lower. All right, guys, so this sounds very familiar to me. Because getting to, let's say, an elite level of body fat or elite level of conditioning is a rabbit hole where you don't start off with all the habits you need to get it done right away. You build them over time. Because what's hard to do when you get started becomes easier over time. I've even made videos called Why It's Easy to Get Shredded, why it's easy for me to get shredded. And it's because I've built these habits into my lifestyle and my routine that are no longer difficult to do. Now, you did the first step. What I would consider the first step for many people is you said, hey, I don't like the way I look or feel. I'm gonna go to the gym and start working out. That's awesome. But let's talk about the other habits you need. So let me explain what I mean by making your habits a little easier. When I was 16, 17, 18 and I wanted to work out, well, I didn't have access to a gym, so I had to join a gym. And I couldn't even join the gym because they wanted to do a damn credit check when I was in high school. So what did I have to do? I had to get my dad to help me, and then I had to get a job so I could pay him money for my gym membership. That's right. That's a lot of steps. And for a lot of people, they probably would have said, screw this noise, I'm not joining a gym because of all these steps. I did it anyway. But you see my point. So what's happening now? We're standing in a gym I built. That's right. My business, my life has been built around fitness. Now, I'm not saying that's what I expect for you, but just like you taking your first step to getting into the gym, it became a part of your routine, a part of your day. You no longer question it. You no longer worry about it. So I'm gonna tell you what you need to do and create as a part of your normal routine to have the physique you're after. So for me personally, the hardest part about the fitness journey was getting the diet. I loved going to the gym, and I think that's probably a very common thing. And you said something here that stuck out to me. You started eating clean. There's a lot of misconceptions with eating clean. Yes, I think it's important that you eat clean. But if you don't actually know how many calories you're taking in, well, that can be a problem. So when I finally was able to get shredded, when I finally was able to go from a guy that looked like he went to the gym sometimes to somebody that got accused of being on steroids, well, guess what happened? I took my diet much more seriously. And it was a pain in the butt because for 2 weeks, I had to learn nutrition using an app, plugging in everything I ate and tracking my calories, tracking my protein, carbs, and fats. But that 2 weeks changed my life forever. I now am able to control my physique whenever I want, eat the foods that I enjoy, be flexible, and I have freedom instead of thinking I need to eat clean all the time. So just like the idea that going to the gym was difficult at first, tracking your macros and calories seems difficult at first, but once you build it into your daily routine, it almost feels weird not to track and make sure that I'm hitting my daily goals. And if I'm not seeing progress at the end of a week, guess what? I now have some actionable items I can change. I can't just say, well, I really need to eat even cleaner this week, or maybe I need to eat less carbs, or maybe I need to eat less fats. I actually have an action plan built into my routine. So let's talk about the third and final piece of advice that I need to give you. Because let's be honest, I'm a 45-year-old man. And if I want, my life can be all about sitting on the couch. I can go to work, go to the gym, come home, sit down and do nothing. Well, I do have 2 young boys, so they keep me on my feet a little bit. But my point being is that we're a lot less active the older we get. Unless you have a job that requires you to be on your feet for hours a day, most likely you're pretty sedentary. And although the word cardio was a bad word to me when I first started lifting, you know, because you can't build muscle and do cardio at the same time, which is nonsense. Well, what I found is that including cardio in your daily routine really helps with body composition, really helps with improving the way you digest. It can help improve inflammation and recovery. And not to forget, there's also cardiovascular health benefits to doing some cardio. Now, you've clearly shown that you can put in the work and make some changes. I looked at your before and after pictures and they're fantastic. So you clearly are willing to put in the work. So what I'm gonna suggest next is you go down the rabbit hole just a bit further. Instead of going from a guy that's just trying to go from out of shape to in shape, because you are in shape now, you have some nice muscle and a great body composition, you need to set a deadline. Because for years I spun my wheels. For years I said, well, I wanna get stronger, but then the next day I would say, well, but I wanna be leaner. And then I would see somebody who was bigger and I'd say, well, I wanna be as big as that guy. Then I'd see somebody that was shredded and I'd think, oh, I wanna be shredded like that guy. And for those of us that are in pretty good shape, you can use this excuse for years, spinning your wheels. When did I finally go from guy who's in okay shape to guy who looks insane? It's when I signed up to do my first bodybuilding competition. That's right. Making that commitment, putting my name on a piece of paper and mailing it in, because this was 2007 and that's what you had to do back then. Well, that changed everything for me. My diet, my training, my cardio, my decision making, my organizational skills all improved because I was working towards that goal. Now, does that mean you need to get on a bodybuilding stage? I think you should. But you can also schedule a photo shoot, or you can just put a date on a calendar. We also at Pro Physique run a transformation challenge. Our second one is currently happening, which I am a part of. And I find that this is helping me with my decision making because I want to show a great before and after picture. And some people are trying to win $50,000 cash money during this competition, so you know that's it. But the point is, you can't just say you want to be in better shape. There has to be a reason, there has to be something that is bigger than you. A reason that you can point to and tell your friends, hey, I've got a shoot coming up, so I can't stay out till 3 a.m. and party with you. Hey, I've got an event where I'm gonna be wearing nothing but posing trunks, so I'm gonna have to skip the shots of Fireball tonight. You've already built the habit of going to the gym. Now you need to build the habit of being a little bit more purposeful with your diet, being a little bit more purposeful with your cardio, and just adjusting as you go. And if you have no idea where to start, by the way, guys, I have a free book on my website, prophysique.com, for beginners. How to set up your macros, how to do cardio, training program, all free. I also have a free calorie calculator on prophysique.com, which tells you how many calories you should be taking in based on your goals and your specific details. But for the gentleman here who's already put in lots of work, it's all about setting those next goals and stepping up your work to the level required to reach them. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work. Happy Monday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.